This is a protein crystal growth experiment that uses a vapor diffusion apparatus. These trays are full of little vials of protein crystals dissolved in a solution. You pull
Just
the trays
trust your
out, you see the little
instincts.
chambers move around
Don't wait
circles
for someone else to tell you what you're supposed
Each one
to
has
be
a little
doing
droplet
or
that contains the
how you
solution,
should
and during
go
the
about
flight,
doing that.
these
Just
droplets, the
go
half
for
moon
it.
shapes
Don't
you
be the
see,
person who holds yourself
evaporate,
back.
leaving the protein crystal behind,
It's
and hopefully
really
they get
a
very
lot more
large
is
crystals
possible than
from
you
this
can imagine.
experiment.
तेरी तस्वीर को मैंने देखा भी देख कर मुझे हुआ है प्यार
Okay, there's the oxidizer spewing out. And you can see this very well in the turn
सितारों में वो पल जब मन हो हलचल ये अनगिनत कहानियों में कितनी है दूरी ये नजारे
In this time we received message from Station Mir about their decision about heat approach.
मेरे पलकों में सपने सजना मुझे इन नजारों में खो
Underneath the mirror, slightly faster, and then
बस
climb up
एक
in front of the mirror,
बार
go altitude, where we eventually slow down and fly coast speed. We fly the first third of the rendezvous from the front part of the cockpit, just like they do on the Enterprise. We do all the burns with the computers. Computer guided and automatically controlled, and then we fly to the, float to the back of the vehicle, turn around, look, and fly the remaining portion of it manually.
सपनों
This
को
is
मैं
Valerie
नींदों
Poetic.
में
The cosmonaut has been up there over a year now, and will soon set a record. This is
तेरे
Elena
लफ्ज़ों
Kondakova,
को
speaking to us on the shuttle. In fact, all the astronauts got a chance to
तेरी
speak
सारी
on the
खुशियाँ
radio.
स्वीकार
Cosmonauts on
कर
air.
लूं
It was very motivating.
जीना
As Jim
चाहूँ
climbed up
जीना
towards
चाहूँ
the
जीना चाहूँ
V-bar,
स्पेस
that's basically the horizontal
में
tangent to the Earth.
जीना चाहूँ
And the
जीना
conductor
चाहूँ
there,
जीना
I
चाहूँ
was
स्पेस
ranging with the laser.
में
Meanwhile, they were looking at us.
जीना चाहूँ जीना
This is something we
चाहूँ
only saw when we
जीना
came
चाहूँ
back.
स्पेस में
In fact, what
जीना
you're seeing
चाहूँ
here is
जीना
sped
चाहूँ
up
जीना
twice
चाहूँ
normal
स्पेस
speed, just so that we can show it quickly. But I think even so, you can feel how dramatic that is. In the foreground there, you see the dark metal ring. That's an adapter on there for scientific instruments. And then at the bottom right, that's the scientific instrument.
वे मुझको ले चल जीना चाहूँ स्पेस वे मुझको ले चल जीना चाहूँ स्पेस वे
Once we were at about
मुझको
400
ले
feet, Jim had arrested the approach to the mirror.
मुझको ले चल
We basically station kept there
मुझको
for a few
ले
minutes before we
चल
started our timed approach.
मुझको ले चल
Once that
मुझको
time
ले
came up,
चल
we basically had a
मुझको
window
ले
seat,
चल
and Eileen kept us
मुझको
straight.
ले
We
चल
were flying range rate
मुझको
commands
ले
using another
चल
laser tracking system, the trajectory control
मुझको
sensor,
ले
in the
चल
middle of the bay,
जीना चाहूँ
ranging off the
स्पेस
docking port, which is the white
वे
cross.
मुझको ले चल
This is a view taken from
जीना
one of
चाहूँ
the payload bay
स्पेस
cameras, and it
वे
shows how
मुझको
stable
ले
the orbiter
चल
is as it approaches to the target.
जीना
Very few
चाहूँ
inputs were
स्पेस
required.
वे
We saw no
मुझको
motion
ले
from the solar
चल
rays. You see the solar rays slewing.
जीना
We were
चाहूँ
in the low Z
स्पेस
mode,
वे
essentially not
मुझको
cloning the
ले
station. We, of course, didn't want to
I
damage
really hope
something this
that
beautiful.
my ability to write and share what I'm experiencing will help bring that to people who are
This
watching
is a
and
pan
following
that
along
Vladimir
back
made.
home.
You can see the windows. There's Elena Kondakova with her knee.
Yes, Elena Kondakova and me, we wave each other, and for you, of course. I don't know who was it. This is somebody new on board station. This is Valery Polikov, and this is Commander Alexander Viktorenko. All of the time with the camera and show the movie, make movie. This
तू
is
वहाँ मैं यहाँ
his
तेरी
picture from the station.
ख्वाहिशों को मैं तेरी ख्वाहिशों को मैं अपना कर तुमसे सीखा इस रात के अंदर तेरी ख्वाहिशों को मैं अपना कर पागल होकर के तार
basically trying to stay at 450 feet. During this time, however, using the laser, which is the handheld laser, which is the thing that a traffic cop would use to catch you for speeding, we basically couldn't find many reflective items on the mirror to get a range off, and so we basically had to move out a little bit further than we first planned because of that uncertainty. But it was no problem, I think.
If anyone has any doubts about what we're doing in the future, let us assure you that we're on the right track. You can't help but see a vehicle like this that's been up since 1986. Just stunning, just breathtaking, and it really tells us that we're doing the right thing. We had met the Russian people before we launched, and they're very proud of their space program. They know a lot about our space program, and we, of course, are very proud of our space program. And it's time to join our forces and make both of our programs better.
This is what 17,000 looks like from the top. Watch the top upper right. You'll see the jets on the mirror firing. We can see this island structure and things very clearly at night. And then pop up right up in the top right corner.
What's going on there is they have gyroscopes basically on the mirror that give attitude control. At some point they become saturated with fire jets to desaturate the gyro. This is our parting shot, and it was a pretty sad moment, I think. We had a long day, it was busy, one of the most exciting days of my life.
The second major activity we had in this flight was the Spartan satellite. It had an ultraviolet telescope that's on the right side of the box, the gold box you saw in that picture. On flight day 2, we took it out of its station in the payload bay to look at the shuttle. It's looking at the ultraviolet glow on the surface of the tail of the shuttle. Vladimir Titov, you can see at the controls on the robot arm here. He's flying the Spartan up above the nose of the shuttle so it can look back at the tail and at jets on the tail to fire and watch their glow. On flight day 5, we released Spartan so it could go look at some stellar objects. Again, Vladimir Titov is flying the arm here. We let the Spartan go, and then we watch it to make sure its attitude control system is working. The Mir space station, you'll see it in the center of this frame, and then you'll see a meteorite go by. The shuttle has a unique experience of having meteorites go below it.
If you think Ascent is exciting or the Mir Rendezvous is exciting, you wouldn't believe entry. The only way to take out the energy that we have put into the vehicle on liftoff is to come slamming into the atmosphere. There are not many molecules up high, but the ones that are screaming hot when you hit them. And you see the pink glow outside the windows. The flash is caused by the attitude control jets that are firing. You'll see a scene looking back aft on this 25-mile trailing plume of fire as we come flying into the atmosphere. It was pretty dramatic for us because it was a late entry. We saw the sun as we approached the hack just briefly. Large turning circle, so most of the entry was at night. The sun peaked its little head above the horizon and then dipped below again as we descended in our 100-ton glider with a lift-to-drag ratio of worse than 4-to-1, reverse flight path control. But the system is very, very smooth. You see the turbulence from inside, the 20 million candle power xenon lamps down on the runway, illuminating the runway. Of course, from where we were, it looked like daytime. Early morning, you'll see, again, flying over the threshold of the runway. You see some of the turbulence, but the vehicle handles it very well. It takes out all of the gusts and turbulence. You see some of the trailing edge vortices coming off of the wingtips in the next shot as we roll down the runway. Eileen will deploy the drag chute, and it disreefs just prior to nose wheel touchdown, which helps to reduce the loading on the main wheels and the nose gear.
So grateful to see everyone here present in the room with us, and also welcome to those tuning in online. I am absolutely honored to be here with my crewmates who have been an incredible team, Nick, Stephanie, and Alex. They have shown so much technical excellence. They are also deeply kind and incredible teammates who have been really fun to work with, which has just made this a dream assignment for me.